This is Grizz's workshop. This scruffy-looking mofo is Grizz.
Not an expert, not an exemplar of safety. Proceed at your own risk.
Back in September 2020, I started on this here box. Tried to get the sides level with the top and made a stupid tired decision to use the thickness planer. I ended up going through the veneer, so I cut the corner out and poured some epoxy in. Didn't like how it looked, and then got overly obsessed with how uneven the lid was with the base. And long story short, I put it away for 3.5 years. Recently, I discovered the joy of sharpening my chisels, something I put off for lazy reasons. Now I have sharp chisels. I decided I needed somewhere they wouldn't be knocked, and then I spotted the old box. I got it out. It's not as bad as I remembered it. I catastrophized it. In my mind it was ruined, but in reflection it's pretty good. Anyway, I used my additional 3.5 years of experience to make it better. I attached the rail hinges using my router table. You need a fence and a stop to set up correctly. You need to set the fence so it cuts in the middle of the box and lid. The stop needs setting up so the hinge is the right distance from the back. You need to set up the stop twice, once for the right side of the box and the left side of the lid, and then for the left side of the box and the right side of the lid. You'll see on it. I used wax paste to avoid shredding out the screws and attached it to the box. It works really well. I had to back the screws out on one of the hinges so the box would close flush. I really like these hinges. They're called Boxmaker's side rail hinges, and I got them from eBay. I added some magnets to hold the box shut. Finished with tung oil and Renaissance wax. Then I got some foam from Amazon. I was going to order some shadow foam from Shadow Foam, as I like the look of it, but I would have had to have waited a day longer as it was after 2 o'clock. In hindsight, I should have just waited another day. The Amazon stuff was okay, but it didn't look anywhere near as good as the Shadow Foam. I cut around the chisels and scooped the foam out. Tools on the bottom layer are 1 inch and 1/2 inch shitty chisels. Now shitty chisels aren't for fine or normal woodworking, just the sort that you'd use for construction based jobs. The sort you don't mind whacking with a hammer and or reluctantly lend someone, possibly. Everyone should have shitty chisels for all the crap jobs. Also, I have a mortise chisel and a gouge I picked up from an antique shop. The next layer are my best chisels. They're Stanley chisels and they hold a good edge, especially as I've only just sharpened them for the first time in 4 years. I had a little strap underneath this layer, just so it could be removed easier. Here's the finished box. I'm really pleased with it. It's too nice for my scruffy workshop. Have you put anything off for a long time, given up on a project and gave it life? Or do you have projects that scratch your conscience from a shelf somewhere? Let me know what you think below, and thanks for watching.
See you next time on Grizz's Workshop. See you next time on Grizz's Workshop.